Gala post that level 6 mark. You have to survive the laning phase a little bit. Fortunately, you've got a support there to take some of the ire of the Ziggs poke as well. But once you get past that marker...
JDG's jungle, knowing that there are camps to be had and vision to be gained. Vampire doing a nice job so far. Has the ability to re-engage as the tethers connect onto the Lee Sin. The target still will be JunJia as HongQ gets to the fight first. Knight is still a little bit late to the play, and that means that On's going to be in a lot of trouble. HongQ will follow with a flash, and the Ignite will take him down for first blood. The re-engage from Shun, going to make it a 1-for-1 trade, as it still will be Shun and Knight alive and ready to party. Headbutt back in will send Shun to his demise. No, he's going to be able to live, as now Knight takes the Shuriken flip over, and will try to finish off Xiaoxu, who is out of mana. Still has a little bit of extra damage, but it will be the Sonic Wave to finish it off. 3 for... That big carry for JDG in this series, as Shun is able to pick up the first dragon of the game on the offense.
The Lee Sin, that's their own problem.
Now the focus going to be on the top side. Paranoia coming out on to Wenbo. Xiaoxu going to flash after him. This is the undertone. The public execution goes the wrong direction. Wenbo's going to be in a whole lot of damage. JunJia gets spotted out. The teleport's coming in by the Ambessa. Sonic Wave resonating strike onto Xiaoxu, who no longer has the Ragnarok, which means that Shun can cook him right back into the top lane. Easy lane, not very important. That's kind of been the story all year with BLG, but really emphasized with the way that this composition and this meta currently function. It's all about the top side of the map here for Bilibili, and they're looking for another kill, this time on to Xiaoxu. Shun there at the perfect time as Wenbo. Now we see Shun starting up this dragon. Again, they still have slight advantages in the XP department, specifically on the top side of the map, but neither of them are at the fight just yet. It's going to be Xiaoxu who pulls the trigger first, and On is one-shot by HongQ, who goes forward with the Purgatory. Already a 1-for-0 on JDG's side, and Xiaoxu's looking for more. They're going to leave Wenbo up in the top side and allow for JD to pick up the dragon.
Okay, so this is the power really of looking at that top laner and Xiaoxu the role quest to make it down into that bot lane and force the numbers advantage. All the differences very frequently in these closely fought fights.
Wenbo going to be the target once again though by JDG. Ragnarok getting cancel the public execution, and JunJia gonna follow Wenbo's flash over the wall. Stand United comes in, but Gala's able to kill On before the teleport ends up getting...
Spawning in 20 seconds, we're focusing our attentions down on the bot side. JunJia does have that ulti available, but for the majority of JDG...
as well, Shun not placing it down just yet. So JDG going to try to make another response onto Wenbo. It has been Bully the Rookie here so far in Game 1, and this time it might be a little bit more successful. They're going to send 4, all things considered, with Gala teleporting for good measure. They do get the kill onto the Ambessa. Now, will BLG be able to look for some kind of trade? Knight waiting on a flank, has the perfect execution at the ready, finds a big chunk of damage onto JunJia, and Shun dashing in as well. Vampire likely to be the sacrifice as Shelly is charging in. Going to be the knock-up and the kill going the way of Knight.
Alrighty, so Vampire does go down. Of course, they do take the top laner and this tier 1 turret. Overall, a good play for JD.
BLG do take this Baron rather slowly. We'll have a little bit of extra support from Wenbo, who has teleported into the pit. But JDG still not in a position to try and contest. Knight goes in with the perfect execution, only to deny JunJia from going over. Nice to lay the Mega Inferno Bomb. Now it's JunJia that dashes in, and he steals the Baron away. He'll go down to Viper, but that is
not hesitate. Knows that that's a one-way trip, takes it gladly.
Shun being there enough to deny that for now. Now it's On coming in onto HongQ. They found out the Locke, but he's still able to survive with the help of the Grey Health. And now they can go for another engage onto Shun. Underneath the tower is the Lee Sin. He's at half HP, but the health bars on JDG not necessarily in a great position either. And that means Knight can come in to try to finish off this game. Shockwave lands onto 2, and there's the Wombo combo. An instant double kill picked up for the Akali, as Knight is now chasing down the rest of JDG. Vampire the next casualty. It is overall a 3 waiting for base, now going to use it really far away on a deep flank. Shun dashing in, but the Dragon's at 2,000 HP. Should be JD Gaming securing this, but what will the fight look like on the other side? Stand United goes in onto Shun, who is unable to find a target with the Sonic Wave. And so now there is limited engage tools available on Bilibili's side. They're instead going to try to clear out some of the blue side jungle, but not until the engage comes through with the Paranoia. JunJia with a massive play, able to find the first kill on the Shun, and Knight now on the run. Wenbo dashing away with the satchel, canceling the second proc of his E. 5v4 available on the map for JD Gaming, and there's no tower to defend Bilibili for now. HongQ dashing forward with the Ashen Pursuit, looking for a couple of ritual nails, and Xiaoxu in to finish Viper off. Knock up connecting onto On. Vampire finding another play, and there comes JD Gaming, a 3-for-0 team fight.
And it's a good thing that we highlighted this at the top of the show. BLG are good, but they're not infallible here. JDG have found a fight that BLG really shouldn't have lost. They got such early recalls out of that mid lane to be able to set up for this dragon, and now Wembo in a little trouble.
3v2, make it a 4v2 between Knight and Wembo, trying to defend their inhibitor tower. HongQ taking a lot of damage, no longer has the Purgatory at his disposal. And so it will be JD Gaming backing off before they can
kills, and they don't get any turrets from this, which is the real kicker, but now Vampire needs to be careful.
He's taunted up here by On, but now the Shen a little bit out of position himself. Paranoia once again coming through. This Shen's going to be in a whole lot of trouble. Another execute goes HongQ's way as he jumps up to 5-1 in this game. But there goes the Shockwave public execution as well, and Xiaoxu gets assassinated by Wembo and the rest of BLG, making it a 2-for-1. As now HongQ is the target, Shen continuing to chase him down. Ash in pursuit over the wall, going to save him, but there's the Sonic Wave, and there's Viper sealing the deal with that dissonance. Only JunJia left alive as BLG suddenly find the team fight that they were looking for in the enemy jungle. Knight chasing JunJia down in his own base, and it's going to be the Akali to finish off the ace. Mid lane towers under destruction as BLG are marching down.
And BLG close like a fist onto JDG, absolutely slamming them in their own bases. It's Knight who's able to pick up the final kill. 25 seconds on some of these death timers here, Grapes. They might not need the Baron to make some long-lasting damage. And it's going to be JDG licking their wounds now for the next 5 minutes in an effort to defend against this Baron buff. Both of these sides do have pretty stellar engage. Ultimately, BLG with this Baron buff, they didn't really get anything, Grapes. The mid lane inhibitor was down already.
Always a number advantage for BLG if they want to snap engage.
Difference maker for top and jungle.
See Knight with that Banshee's failure. Talk about all the engage. They're going to go towards another target. This time it is Wembo once again. 4 members of JDG collapsing, but the Ambessa is able to survive for a long time, allowing for On to join the fray. But now the Shen is going to be the target, but he's just awaiting arms for Viper to land a massive shockwave. JunJia goes down first, and JDG are over-indexed. Y'all are going away as it's Knight that lands the perfect execution. Shun getting chased down by Xiaoxu, but he's now stuck in a 2v5, and he does not win that fight. It is going to be Shun to finish it. Vampire the last to follow, and it is BLG with a clean ace as they march down mid lane to take game 1.
And all they did was respond. They just waited for JDG to hand them the game. That's exactly what they've done here.
All too easy in the late game team fights. BLG proving they're still one of the world's best. In 33 minutes time, they break open the Nexus. The inhibitor is going to delay a little bit, actually. It's 15 seconds on JunJia. Should still be the game going their way.
Yeah, you'd like to think. Knight here went to go and get a Medjais nice and quickly. Don't know that he's going to get too much chance to put that one to good use as JDG respawn just in here. Decide that they want to try to swap it around. They're more than enlightened to do so. Instead decide that it's good enough to take this pick and will be fine with it. Keep the lovers duo as they can try and find a dive. Easy with Naafiri and that turret reset.
Who will the first target be? It looks like Viper flashes away early on, and it looks like the first kill still will go the way of Gala. And every dive going through, both flashes are available for Gala and Vampire. We'll see if they can escape this dive. The first EQ going to miss. The knockup lands all the same from On. Barrier pop from Gala. He's staying alive for a decent amount of time, but not enough before he eventually goes down to BLG. Knight then joining the fray. Gets on the board with the Twin Fangs and makes it a 2-for-0 around the bottom side, and JunJia can do nothing about it.
And that is a very clean response from BLG. They say anything you can do, we can do better. Pull their mid laners
his way between the two turrets and should be able to take Gala down. There's the knockup. Not even need the ultimate until he finally issues the Cataclysm to seal the 3rd kill in for BLG.
Yeah, Vampire unfortunately and threaten the Xayah is the Naafiri, as now HongQ trying to get in range for an ulti.
We have plays on opposite sides of the map. It is HongQ getting chased down by Shen and Knight, and a dive potentially started by JDG, but they end up peeling away to try to save their mid laner. But now it is On going forward with quickness, landing the knock up onto the Lucian and taking Gala down. It's Knight that lands the final blow. Vampire the next to follow. A double kill for the Cassiopeia. Top side of the map with both JunJia and Xiaoxu ahead slightly in terms of CS. Oh, what a flag and drag from Shun, predicting the finish off of the Justice Punch. And HongQ is stuck in that Cataclysm, gonna get burned down by Knight, who goes on a rampage. Another kill going the way of BLG, and there's more fighting on the bottom side. Exhaust goes out onto Gala. The cozy campfire trying to keep the Lucian alive. The culling comes down, another summoner heal. Going to save him for now, but BLG continuing to put pedal to the metal here in this second match.
And the leads just are everywhere at this stage. stage, BLG have done such a good job at securing advantages across every single area that is important. If your Cassante goes down, we don't particularly care. Now to see a play down the bot side, though.
And there goes the Hound's pursuit, but On cancels the dash forward with a grand entrance of his own. Viper still will go down to the second proc of the ultimate, going to be good. So it is 2 kills off of the overforce by JD.
Quite happy with this game state right now. Don't need to be too worried with the better scaling composition, and I think that there's always this little bit of chicken that these teams play where Galio never feels like he should jump on to the Xayah for this reason.
Gets flashed on by On, but does not land the charm. Knock up instead, gonna go towards Vampire, and On gets on the board. Here's the re-engage from JDG as HongQ comes in, flashes onto Viper, but he flashes in response, and the Xayah not gonna take a single lick of CC. HongQ still alive as he eats another Dragon Strike, and now Shen going to get chased down by Xiaoxu and JunJia, but there's just not enough damage just yet. On to JDG's side, Cataclysm forward, but Shen's forced to flash away. HongQ gonna survive with the hero's entrance and give a shutdown over to the Rumble as JD Gaming able to get onto the board.
A hair too far forward from Zhun there, but he's just buying time for his solo lane, as that was a 3 versus 5 in the mid lane, as we got to see them getting a little bit too overzealous.
As you mentioned, a 1-for-1 with neither solo lane for BLG there. Not going to bode super well for JD Gaming. They're going to try to force down this dragon, but Shun's going to make it a 50-50, and he steals it away. That is soul point denied on the side of JDG, and they're going to have to back away empty-handed.
Alrighty, either way, the dragon being picked up by JDG there, really big for them as a sort of last-ditch effort that if every 5 minutes they can pick up a Drake, maybe they'll have a win condition in 10 minutes' time. I mean, even still, I don't think that this game goes on that long, if I'm being completely honest with you. I think that even if JDG get to a stage where that dragon is possible,
them to take whatever they so please. Crystal Embracer's going to make this an easy take of the tier 2. Now they will turn their sights towards that Infernal Drake.
Okay, so in this game right now, the most interesting statistic is top proximity. How close to the team is Wenbo at any given point? Is he going to get involved in a kill, or will we see the triple donut? That's what we're most invested in. BLG look highly likely to secure a win, as they might get a TP in from said Wenbo.
They're trying to punish Knight here as HongQ goes in with a teleport. Oh, the Justice Punch still connecting, even though Knight flashes away. Wenbo coming in, looking to make an impact now in a full-on 5v5 team fight. He's going to get collapsed upon here by 5 members of JDG, but HongQ's able to flash away. Oh, the Flag and Drag is denied, but HongQ still will go down all the same as Viper gets on the board. And On has the quickness right back up, and it's going to result in even more blood being shed in BLG's favor. It's a 2-for-0 with Baron buff still in their hands, and Galio down for the next 35 seconds.
It took 26 minutes and Cassante reaching level 17, but eventually Wenbo was able to contribute to only one of the 2 kills that actually happened there. 0-0-1, not nearly as impressive for the BLG top laner, but they will secure this bot lane inhibitor with the Baron at their backs as well. Another 40 seconds on that. You can see a good push in the mid lane coming through from Shun.
Time to re-engage though. Remember, Knight has no flash, and JunJia's jumping on top of him. The second Darkened Dagger going to pick up a big shutdown on the Naafiri, and Wenbo might go down next. On here to try to disengage, and Viper still is here. Xiaoxu overheated, looking to flash on top of the Xayah, but he will not find the kill. It is once again Viper getting another into the kill column, and Xiaoxu now down for the count. Though now here for BLG, each has had significant impacts, although maybe in slightly different ways.
We'll more than happily take that. So it's a really good chance to showcase yourself as well.
Now BLG looking to try to push the tempo once again, as Xiaoxu will easily get taken down. Does a decent amount of damage to Shun though, still has the Guardian Angel intact, and that means that BLG still in a tremendous position. They don't have the Baron buff, they don't have a dragon to take, so that means that they can just continue the siege at their own will with a tier 3 tower in the mid lane like the next target.
And they're doing it without Baron here, so all they need to do is just control that top side and then retreat back to said objective. JDG realized how quickly this team can do it. With that Cassiopeia, with that Xayah, it will just melt. Shun Jungle privileging themselves up through the bot side of JDG, and 4 men diving in the mid lane.
Yeah, Galio already forced to flash away. Oh, On, he canceled the Justice Punch and allows for the engage to continue onto the Galio. HongQ ticking low, the Petrifying Engage is going to stun up Vampire. Viper gets 1. A second goes the way of the Xayah as well. And it's still 2 members alive for JDG, but all 5 up for Bilibili. Respawning coming through, 10 seconds on Xiaoxu, but BLG still want to try to end this game and pick up a series sweep.
Last ditch effort here for JDG. JunJia, can you do the greatest defense?
High value call to pack, but it's not going to matter. Instantly, Gala is deleted, and JunJia runs back to his fountain. They able to get up 1 kill as Viper has gone down, and Xiaoxu overheated, able to proc the Guardian Angel of Shun. Wembo taking it really low as well, but it is still a 4v1 with only JunJia still left alive. He pops the call to pack to deny the flag and drag once again, but there's no way that Naafiri can escape this situation. A double kill for Knight on the Cassio, and in just over 30 minutes, BLG gonna break open the enemy nexus. They'll move up to 6-0 here in the regular season with Wembo on their side, and will set themselves up for a date with Top Esports, another finals rematch here next Friday in Beijing.
Playing with their food here underneath the fountain, BLG with